So, in years past, I've raised lots of black swallowtail butterflies, and they like to eat dill, carrots, fennel, parsley, things like that. Well, David let the garden go this year, and this was entirely covered in weeds until just this last weekend when he weeded it all. And we don't have a heck of a lot of dill. Usually this entire area would be filled with dill, so there would be plenty of food for all of the black swallowtails to eat and forage. And I hadn't seen any black swallowtails this year. So I didn't really think I was going to see any eggs or anything like that. It's really windy out here and my skirt is getting in the way. But he weeded this weekend, and now I have those little yellow dots. Got at least 2 of them there. There's some over here. There's 2 of them there. Stupid skirt getting in the way. So that's 4. I don't see any on that one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 on that. So that's 8. There's a 9th one. So I have quite a few looks like there's even some that have opened over here. They're little white dots. Usually that's an indicator that there was a caterpillar there, so I'll have to look for those guys, the little guys, to see if I can, that little white dot there. That is usually a sign that there was a caterpillar there, but that it hatched. So there's not a whole lot of dill over here this year because he kind of let it go and it got overgrown, and all of the dill was choked out by the weeds. Oh, there's a dragonfly right there. Dragonfly. Yes, I have ADHD. I'm easily distracted. So I will probably take these guys. Actually, I'm almost sure that I'm going to take these guys. And I'm going to put them over there, all the way over there in the shade on that giant planter full of fennel that I have. So there should be plenty of food for them to eat there, at least for a while. So I'm going to say, make sure you stop back if you want to see lots of little green bug videos, because I'm pretty sure I'll have more recent ones coming up. I'll probably post a whole bunch of my older ones, just the dozens and dozens of black swallowtails that I've raised. But yeah, I have lots of little babies soon. Little green bugs. I like my little green bugs. I usually end up naming them something like Fatty McFatterpillar or Fatterpillar McFatterington, something like that, just because they get really fat and chubby, and they're caterpillars, so Fatterpillar. Also, I would love to leave them here and just let them live their lives, but we have birds, and the birds are they they go all over the yard, and like they're all over there. There's lots of birds, and they're frequently like down here and in the yard and up in those trees over there, but they forage for insects over there and over here whenever it rains. So if I leave them here where there's not a heck of a lot of food, so they're not going to survive anyway because no food. Like, they can't get very fatty McFatterington Fatterpillar if I just leave them here because not enough food. There's food up there, but not here. So I'm going to take them from here and move them up there so that they won't become food for the birds, because the birds don't go up on my deck because there's too much human activity up on my deck. But at least they'll be outside because I don't like raising butterflies indoors. I used to work for the DNR, and you don't get good quality butterflies when they're raised indoors. So I like to raise my butterflies outside, in the elements. The downside to that is that this late in the year, these guys are going to develop. They're going to grow, they're going to develop. They're going to get into their chrysalis form. But by that point in time, the sunlight is going to be, we're going to have shorter days. And shorter days means that they will actually kind of go into hibernation. Look, you can see my pretty backyard. Shorter days, that means that the black swallowtails are going to kind of go into hibernation, and they will overwinter in Minnesota. The black swallowtails actually kind of create their own antifreeze that helps them to overwinter in the harsher Minnesota winters. I don't think we're going to have a harsh winter this year. Crossing my fingers. Really, really crossing my fingers that it's not that cold. You know, super El Niños and all that stuff. But really hoping that we don't have a harsh winter this year. In any event, yeah, there's going to be lots more caterpillars this year. And I will probably upload a bunch of caterpillar videos from previous years. Didn't raise any last year because busy. Life. Shit happens. Otherwise, my bugs. I'm going to have bugs. And stay tuned. You'll get to see them grow and, maybe turn into chrysalises. I think my dog's coming home now. See you, bye.